Hello and welcome back to Investor Days with ABG. My name is Ophelia Aspemyr and I'm an analyst within the Industrials and Renewable team here at ABG. With us today we have Christian Berner Tech Trade and CEO Bo Söderqvist. That will start off with a presentation followed by a Q&A session. With that said, please go ahead.
Thank you. Next slide. My name is Bo Söderqvist, the CEO at Christian Berner Tech Trade, a technical trade company. And I start my presentation with a short film, Who Are We? So next slide.
People ask us what we do. Well, we don't write music like this. And we don't produce any musical instruments. But our acoustic solutions made this room sound great. And all that food you love. We did not make that either. But we developed processes for smart packaging, keeping it fresh and safe. The pulp for the tissue comes from the trees. We just provide technical solutions for a sustainable paper production. Planet Earth provided the water. But our UV system and filtration helps to keep it clean. And we did not build this comfortable bed. But our vibration dampening made that tram run a lot more quietly.
Most important for our company's success, I will say, are our employees with high technical skills and understanding of our customers' process. Next slide. Important areas for us are quiet environments, where we are leading in the Nordic market for higher demand in rail, light train, metro, and woodhouse production. Other important areas are cleaning drinking water without chemicals, and our own product, Zeta boilers for sustainable excess power to reduce CO2. Next, please. Market overview in turnover. Sweden about 500 million SEK, Norway and Finland about 90 million SEK, and Denmark about 30 million SEK. Next. Our business is divided in two business areas, process and environment and material technology. Next. Here we have process and environment. They are divided in 4 different product areas. They work 4 to 20 salespeople, depending how big the product area are. For example, process equipment, filter technology, etc. And we always met the customer as a specialist with technical understanding for our customers' process and demand, as I said before. Next. In material technology, we are divided in 3 different product areas: vibration, technical plastics, and bullerbekämparen. Bullerbekämparen we acquired last year in October. Next. A case in Norway with special pumps from Christian Berner AS to a customer, Clean Marine, to reduce sulfur. It was a really fun project in Norway last year. Next. Here is another, for us, really prestige project. The world's tallest wooden building receives vibration insulation from Christian Berner. Next. Quality products are the core of our offering, but we also add services to sell more complete solutions to our customers. For example, installation, training, consulting, services, etc. Next. We have about 100 suppliers and then more than 4,500 buying customers during last year. The largest suppliers stand for about 8% of our sales, and the largest customer, if I remove the large boiler project, stand for about 2% of our sales. So I will say we have a really good spread in risk, both at the supply side and also for the customer side. Next. We are everywhere. Here is our customer segments. And as I say, we are everywhere. So also here we have a really good spread of risk. Some of our larger customer segments for us are process industry, water treatment, and the food industry. Next. We have divided our sustainability work in 3 areas. All of them is important. Partner for sustainable value creation, attractive workplace, and a credible partner. Next. We have a vision to growth, both organic and through acquisitions. And you will see that later when I have a brief financial information later in the presentation. Next. I will say some trends in the market benefit our business. For example, the demand of increase on cleaning water, less noise, and reduced CO2. So these areas are growing by themselves. Next. Our acquisitions over the years, Empac AS and Alphatech Sweden AB, we take over in October this year, Bullerbekämparen in October last year, and Sander Ingström 2018. We were listed at Nasdaq First North 2014 after 120 years as a family-owned company. And we changed list to the main market during 2017. Next. Brief financial information then. Next. Turnover and profit margin. You can see our financial objectives to the left here: revenue growth, EBITDA margin, equity ratio, return on equity, and dividend. There is, in average 5 years, we have green light on all our targets except EBITDA margin, that we have worked really hard to develop, both to increase sales and through cost reduction. And you can also see 12 months rolling in turnover is a bit more than 700 million SEK here. Next. Third quarter in brief then. Net sales slightly increasing. An EBITDA margin was on a good level, 8.8% during the third quarter. But on the other hand, we have slightly reduced our order intake during the quarter. We also we can take this. I just want to say here in the picture, at the general meeting in October, we also make a decision to make dividend of 0.6 SEK per share. Then we can take next. Here is our country-specific development during the years since we were listed 2014 at Nasdaq First North. And as I said, we changed list 2017 to the main market. So for us, it's small cap. Sweden on a stable level during the years, even if you can see slightly decrease during this year, depend on the decrease in the project that's under Inga. Norway with the right direction. They have been in the cellar during 2018, but they are now in the right direction. They have a really strong quarter, both the second and the third quarter this year. Finland stable, even if they are a bit further to our goals. And Denmark, they have delivered on a high level for a very long time, I will say. Next. Yeah, that was all I have to say. Thank you.
So, thank you for your presentation, Bo. You told us about the 9% EBITDA target that you have, and you also mentioned that you will have come by stronger sales, but also by cost savings. Do you have any further strategies that you are working with to reach this target?
Yes, of course we have, but we don't have communicated to the market. So of course we have activities, but for example, in the beginning of this year, there was a cost reduction program in Berner AB, a Swedish company. And we can now see that in the figures, that the cost will decrease. Okay.
And you have a broad customer segment here in the Nordics. Can you please elaborate further on which segment you estimate the largest potential within?
Yes, we have some big areas for us and also really important area. And I said it also during the presentation, but water treatment is a really important area for us. And also infrastructure, both for rail, metro, light train, and also wood house production is a really important area for us. And then also we see really good market situation and demand for our electrical boilers from Inga. So they have a really strong market and they have also a strong market in the future, as I see it.
Okay. You had a quite low order intake. The order intake was relatively weak in the latest. Which segments are behind the weakening, and how do you see the market situation, but also the demand within your respective segment?
I can say the biggest difference compared to the third quarter last year is the heating side in Inga. They have a really strong order intake during the third quarter last year, for example, to Belarus. So there was some larger investments postponed this year in gas and energy and also in the process plants. But in overall, the market situation and the underlying demand is relatively good, I will say. And in some areas, even strong. For example, material technology in vibration and also for water treatment.
Okay. And you have managed to keep the net debt relatively low. Can you please tell us about if you have any plans of M&A or acquisitions ahead, and in which area?
Yes, absolutely. The work is ongoing all the time, as I see it. And also I see a lot of opportunities will also open up in the times we are in. And so of course we will add more acquisitions to Berner Tech Trade in the future. During this year we have made two for us important acquisition in the food industry, Empac OS in Norway and Alphatech Sweden in Sweden. So important area, and also areas that we are looking for acquisition is in the water treatment, in the food, and also in the infrastructure business.
Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot, Bo, for your presentation and all your answers. We're really happy to have you here and hope to see more of you ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.